And Pierre Lemieux is with me now. Mr. Lemieux, good to see you again. Thanks for being here.
It's good to be here, Peter. Thanks for having me on the show.
Thank you. As you await the voting results this weekend, let me ask it this way. Is the race for you still as much about winning, or is it as much about the feeling that you've influenced the party agenda and the party conversation?
You know, Peter, when we set out, I set just so many conditions of victory. In other words, there are many, many things that add up to success. We have succeeded already, regardless of the outcome tonight, in terms of our messaging, reaching out to Canadians and encouraging Canadians, and especially conservatives, social conservatives, people with faith-based values, people who value life from the moment of conception through to natural death, encouraging them to get back involved in politics, to engage, and we've been so successful.
Okay, the polling suggests there could be some interesting movement for you as we get sort of down ballot, as we call it, through the various rounds that show you might have a path to grow substantially. Realistically, do you think you can win?
Absolutely. And this is what I've been telling people. If you like my messaging, if anything I've been saying throughout this campaign resonates with you as a voter, place me first. Place me at the top of your ballot, that #1 spot, because if people vote for me, I will win. It adds up vote after vote. Suddenly it's 10,000, it's 20, it's 40, it's 50, it's win. So, and that's a win-win. If someone votes for me and I win, they chose well because I won because of their vote. But there's a whole second success path here. If people place me first on their ballot, regardless of the outcome, they are sending such a clear, strong message to the new leader and to the party about what's fundamentally important to them. And those are the issues I've been highlighting throughout my entire campaign.
Okay, so if you don't win, how do you feel about the kind of messaging you've had in the campaign? And I ask it in this context. So, has the party moved on some of these issues, do you think? Does it have to move after this leadership convention from where it was? Mr. Harper said, look, we're never going to reopen these debates in this party. Do you think the party can still hold that position after this weekend?
No, I don't think so. So I think the party is trying to define itself as it moves forward, and it's an exciting time in the party. That's why we have record membership levels of 259,000 Canadians who have joined the Conservative Party during this leadership race. And you know, I've been advocating that we should be able to talk about, discuss, debate any issue that is of importance to Canadians within Canada, and certainly within our party, any issue that is of importance to Conservative members. And I believe that the party, in moving forward, it needs to recognize that people who are social conservative, who have faith-based values, and who value life from the moment of conception through to natural death, we are a strength of our country, we are a strength of our party, and we should move forward accordingly.
Some people would say, okay, social conservatives, if you can't, if you don't feel you can advance that agenda within inside the Conservative caucus or within inside a Conservative party, where else are you going to go?
Well, what a shame if you can't. And so I'm saying, wouldn't that be sad if the party didn't actually represent people who had those values? It absolutely should. And I'm running in this race. You know, I was a member of Parliament for 10 years, representing the people of my riding, but representing people with these values throughout those 10 years, inside caucus, in Parliament, as a member of Parliament. Here I am now on the leadership stage, running in a national leadership race, promoting and representing these exact same people. And I would say more people than ever, because more and more people have purchased memberships in this leadership race. So we definitely have a voice. We need to have this voice, and I think it's critical that the party take cognizance of that, recognize and respect these values as strengths to our country, strengths to our party as we move forward.
Some people have said that, let's end on this, the choice is, okay, Brad Trost or Pierre Lemieux, and maybe Andrew Scheer. Is Andrew Scheer a real choice for social conservatives?
You know, I'll talk about just my campaign. I think we need a leader that is actually going to lead on these issues and not recognize them, but actually offer leadership initiatives on these issues of social conservatism.
So reopening these debates, reopen the debate on abortion,
you know,
reopen the debate on same-sex marriage?
In my campaign, I highlighted, for example, certain life issues that Canadians support. Let me give you an example. Unborn victims of crime. So the status of our law in Canada right now is that if a woman is pregnant, she has chosen to keep her baby. She can hardly wait for her baby to be born. What a happy day that will be when her baby is born. If she is the victim of a violent assault, a violent criminal assault, and the life of her baby is taken from her by the perpetrator, Canadian law doesn't recognize that she was even pregnant. There will be no charges against the perpetrator for having taken the life of her baby, for having killed her baby, or in the case where she dies, recognizing any charges about the life of the baby at all. This offends most Canadians. Most Canadians cannot believe that that is the state of our Canadian law. They want that changed. So I am offering...
And you want a leader who will actually raise that? If you're a government in Parliament, you want a leader, and maybe it's you want a leader who will actually change that law, and but you know that does then reopen the debate around abortion.
Wouldn't you agree that it is a fundamental failing of our justice system to tell a pregnant woman that you were violently attacked, the life of your baby was taken from you by force, by a perpetrator, and the law doesn't recognize that you were never pregnant under the law? Don't you agree that that needs to be addressed?
Not up for me to agree.
I agree, but no, but I'm asking the question then to your spectators. And most Canadians say, you know what, that is such a fundamental failing of our justice system. We want that addressed, and we need some leadership. Not waiting for a private member's bill that may or may not come forward. How about a government bill? Because Canadians see this as a failing of our justice system, and we're in a leadership race. So let's have some leadership on this, and it's leadership that unites Canadians to fix a flaw in our justice system.
All right, Pierre Lemieux, good to talk to you.
Peter, thanks for having me.
And good luck this weekend.
Thank you very much.
Take care.